Watch out, here we go. Umpire Matty Nichols to get it underway. Victoria versus the All-Stars. First opportunity to Neil. Fight for the little handball backwards. Got it to Isaac Smith. High ball inside 50 already. Rewalt was there. Charlie Cameron hanging around the fringes. Clean ball. Burst.
How good is it to call those in a combination? It's a high ball. Victorian jumpers everywhere. And Hooley doing what he's done so brilliantly for the Tigers and helped them get to those two flags, although his delivery is normally better than that.
It's one that he would kick and Hooley do what he hasn't done in probably 5 years.
Well, Isaac Smith can kick at 60, but that one doesn't go anywhere near that far.
Ball in. Rewalt under this. He's got to beat a couple. Blitzarves did well. Little one off the ground. Cameron it was again now. Rewalt thought about the handball. Back on the right. Partial smother. Blitzarves there. Too high on Cornelio. The orange Sharon footballs representing the emergency services as they come in, and Cornelio kicks the first goal of this game.
That are usually up and about and noisy. They were very, very quiet. So
Claims the mark. Back to Howe. They try and use hands to get out of trouble, but that only goes so far. Dangerfield and Dustin Martin together.
To use his speed and skills by foot. Hawkins on the shoelaces, couldn't quite get hold of it. Umpire lets it go. Moore was desperate in underneath. Quick handball come out. Duck of the heads there, and opportunity here once again for Cameron. Cameron's able to goal, and it's a quick start for the All-Star.
Hey Charlie, if he got his sights on goals, he's not going to pass it. Do you reckon Eddie was free there, Nick?
What an opportunity for Tom Papley as well. Hand pass off to Dusty. He cranks it up, but not sure too, but it's away to the right. As you can see, they're lining up the All-Stars. Yo, and we'll keep it low.
Thanks, Jack. Play on.
Hit the target. Edwards couldn't find his teammate, but Betts found Jack Rewalt. Then his handball was a bit too quick and didn't quite all come together.
Couldn't reel it in again. Light set, just getting boot to ball, advanced it. High footy, Sicily in front, should mark. Off hands, the dangerous Betts in the pocket. Had a couple of nibbles at it, got it working in the right direction. Magnificent handball from Hawkins it was.
But I think normally in those situations where they fumble, it's normally the pressure. A lot of these players have played in this pressure situation before, so
about it, but when you've got such highly skilled teammates, it doesn't really matter. Joe Henderson, it opens up, drilling pass. Take your pick.
With the middle, where they lay some blokes out, this and that, and you got blokes like Charlie Cameron up forward.
Back to Neil, who's had plenty of the footy, and here's Joe Henderson again. He's already found a lot of space and time, and he's been wisping through the middle. This is a beautifully nurse kick of a 45 metres, perhaps a little more, 48 from the spot, and it drifts heavily to the right.
Former Eagle, of course, now with Port Adelaide. No room to move for Victoria. Pendlebury, always creative with the hands. They claim it's touched, it doesn't. Mills sends it out, but only momentarily. Saar, he can wind up off the left boot.
way to get themselves in the game.
Fourth in Sydney's best and fairest last year. 82 games, 120 goals, and he finds himself surrounded by stars and stands up with a great goal. Zigging Zagging finally had someone who could flick the ball over to O'Neill. Took a step too many. Well up the ground to feed the ball to Joe Henderson. This is what we want to see, the run, the gun, and the kick was brilliantly tailored. And Cripps took over as captain. Patrick Cripps, of course, won the best and fairest for the third time. Equal third in the Brownlow medal. What a player. Unfortunately, Amy bring us the first half.
And they've got better options than me for that one, mate.
They fly off the Lynch hands. Shepherd almost threw it out. Dangerfield is the danger. Gives it off to Whitfield. Whitfield around the right boot. He will find Papley. One hand low, one high. Giving them really good control of the footy. Kick of 40. Coming back, looking good. How about that? You're right, Nick. One from each side.
And the superstar delayed the kick to give the run for Lynch to leap, to juggle, to trap, to find a teammate deep in the pocket. Green, the up and under kick back to the square. Oh, and somehow it slipped under the gaff. Just to cap it off, which he does. He drills it through, and the Vics have kicked 3 in a row.
Put the ball to the top of the goal square and just falling in your arms.
Through the middle of the ground they go. Boak's got it. Handball over the top to the smooth-moving Kelly. Beautiful presentation. Dusty, can he turn Shepherd around? Inside out. The snapping ball. The superstar, Dusty Martin.
As they went forward, you don't want to have Dusty 1v1. The kick's just missed him, but he's picked the ball up. Nice little dodge, and then turn around with a classic dusty snap that we've seen so many times.
On the 50. Yep.
Hawkins waits.
That's it, Tom. Still, mate.
He had Jack in his sights. It took a little while to find him.
It's not about me, guys.
And normally pretty reliable in front of goal, but they were former teammates. He gets it deep. Oh, and he just didn't get the timing right. It's not over yet. He goes by hand instead to Hawkins. There's class everywhere. Yo didn't get it, but Jack certainly did. And the All-Stars are back in front.
Wide to Fife.
And they build again, and Bruce keeps it wide. Shane Edwards has it. Eddie's calling for it back over the top. Instead, he cuts in. And
These players are.
Yeah, they are. You see the kicks going inside forward 50. The finishing off hasn't been great for the All-Stars.
they're 1 goal for, plus that out on the full 2, and finds Saad, tucked it under the arm. Kept them guessing for a while that it's a direct kick, but the All-Stars seem to have it covered. Not for long. Cameron back to Sloan. Off to Martin again for his second. He's got it. Dusty's got 2. He loves the big stages.
Much these days.
I guess to the front here doing the tap work, and Cornelio so clever. Hand to foot through the goals.
It's clever work. And obviously set that up. That was a set play. You could see Cornelio running that pattern with Grundy just designing the hit over the top. It's almost a false economy for some of these players, isn't it?
Not all that sure who they should be barracking for, but perhaps individuals tonight in a lot of cases. Off hands it comes. Papley again, who's been dangerous up there, got one along the ground, and as easy as that, Gresham is able to level it up again.
His athleticism with the lead, but didn't bring it down. Instead, it's poked out in front of Gresham again. And there's a path to goal for him. If he's good enough, he screws it back instead to the top and just over the head.
You heard the umpire's call, and Hill takes every bit of advantage onto Yo, point of the square. Magnificent kick to Eddie.
Deep benches, line on the bench. So Victoria in front from clearance point of view. Grabbed by Lysaid, hands it off to Cameron, and that will just sneak through for another.
Rioli, of course, of the modern era. Who would we have in that conversation, do you think, guys?
Had options deep. Revolt wants it down there. Eddie Betts was ready to launch again. Fisted away. Stays in play. High set-up kick from Lockie Neal. Even better than that.
Neal, superb balance and poise. Here's Hill. He can launch all the way. He deliberately goes to Betts in the square, and it misses.
Perfectly positioned. Neville Jetta plays it into the pocket, and Revolt
Trying your very, very best to find someone inside.
Well, the old Jack.
No, he's not. He
about pulling the trigger. Now he does with a kick for Bruce. Got Cameron behind him, and the umpire might come in and say 50. But Luke Bruce from New South Wales, one of 5 in the squad.
Want him to go, brings it back inside, and that's a good positioning of the ball to Brust.
Isaac Smith's a perfect example. He'll go there, he'll be joking around, he'll be running. Great goal there from Luke Bruce, but you got to see what your teammates' mentality's like.
Own bartending work there.
I think he was very happy with his own technique as the kick goes forward from Pendlebury. They're going to lift a couple of the Vicks, and this man, Bontempelli, has been quiet until now. He makes a little roar.
We say he's been a little bit quiet, but that's going to be the reality with so many superstars across the field. His opportunity is not going to be as prolific as it would be when you're the main man at the Western Bulldogs. So you just share a bit of the time in the middle of the round, and what a luxury to be able to have Bontempelli and Martin lining up in your forward line.
Actually, the left foot wasn't so good, so he cleans it up this time around on the right, and that's a good ball to Martin.
Hodgie
Plays on, gives the handball, and away they launch again. It was a shortish ball.
Nice and polite there, Dangerfield and Taylor Walker, old teammates, and it might well send the Stars. Well, it doesn't. Could have able to feed the handball through. Boak with the careful kick. It was a bit of a setup. Lynch, Howe, Lynch, able to hold sway and allow the Vicks to set up. Gresham's rush kick, long way down for Goldstein, but didn't he do it brilliantly? And Toby Green will finish it. So you can't write them off the Vicks.
Does finish always to the right, this kick on its way. That won't come back enough. In fact, it will stay in the field of play. Lysaid.
Look at his hands again. Electrifying stuff. Gets it back. It's slow. It's into the 50. Eddie having a field day. Pops it over to Weller. And the open goal was there for all to see, and Lockie saw it and puts it right through the middle.
Green had Lynch on if he wanted, went back in the middle. There's Victorian jumpers everywhere. Have a look at them through the corridor, and Pendlebury, beautiful. So let's have a look at the Josh Kelly kick here from right on 50. No problems with the journey. Little bit right, but I think it might have snuck through. It has. Victoria gets one back.
Consistent player, hasn't he, at the top level? Certainly enjoying himself out there tonight. Oh, speaking of class at the top level, here he is again. Sonny Walters takes the mark in the pocket, and quick as you like, darts around since there was a chance to...
Retrieval attempt then when he initially handballed. Strong tackle by Jeremy Cameron on Brodie Smith. Picked up here on this occasion by the Victorian players in Kelly, and Kelly this time kicks his second consecutive goal.
In forwards, a chance. Lynch starts behind. He was almost outmarked by Jeremy Howe. There's a push.
In his takeoff here. A couple of hands in the back.
Full low kick, scorching ball it was. Found Fife, just off the little handball out to Bruce, back inside. That's the kick earlier the boys were talking about. And this man here is really coming to the game in this quarter, Walters. An 11-point half-time lead. Kick from about 30 metres out, directly in front, pushes it left, post up.